Hi guys, I'm Marticore, and I'm not gonna torture you any longer. We're having Marsha's baby. Even though I've already changed the reproductive plans of Townieville due to surprise twins that we had last round, I still wouldn't really be mad if Marsha had twins, and I'll tell you why. They only have one kid bedroom, and in The Sims 2 especially, if you have two kids in one room, the ideal situations is when they're twins, exactly the same age. Because then you don't have the one kid, one toddler in one room, or one baby, one kid. If they're gonna wake each other up in the middle of the night, at least let them both be toddlers at the same time. So it wouldn't really be the worst thing in the world to happen, and if it's like that, it's not gonna be twins. Definitely not. It's not. Okay, I think this is the fourth child, and I really like this one because it kind of looks as if he has Marsha's face with Minho's eye shape. Because I can see the eye shape is like a standard baby. So I kind of like that, but I'm thinking of maybe changing his hair to brown. Although I am already changing another baby's hair to brown, and there are a lot of brown-haired babies, I think. Yeah, okay, let's just keep him as he is. I kind of wanted the child to really look like an Asian mix. I don't know if that's weird, if that's a very white thing to say. But I really wanted to keep Minho's eye shape. I don't like to, when I have POC Sims, I don't like to just like wash out the genetics once the next generation comes, right? I like to, like when I have a mix of a white Sim and a black Sim, then I try to keep the darker skin most of the time because it's really easy to wash out the POC genes in this game because, there's a majority of white Sims. What's the point of having diversity if it's gonna just disappear the next generation, right? Okay, I think for the name I'm gonna go for something that could be Korean, but is very simple and is also an English name. In Korea, it's technically a last name, but Lee? What do we think of that? Lee Sims. Oh yeah, their last name is Sims. Oh no, okay, his is Pae-Sims. Is that how I pronounce his last name? I think so. So he has like a hyphenated one and she just stayed with hers because otherwise the last name Sims would completely disappear. Lee Sims, I kind of like that. Very simple. I kind of don't want to get rid of this furniture here, so maybe I'm just gonna stack it up in the tiny empty room. Actually, this could stay. This custom furniture is perfect to match. I mean, the whites aren't exactly the same, but it almost perfectly matches the style of this room. I know it's custom. This is what it's called. It's a conversion from The Sims 3 into the future, and it just works. But I don't think I have a changing table for this because it's a conversion from The Sims 3, so obviously there's only a changing table in store in that game. So we're gonna get the one from the game, but the one that has separate recolors, so I can make it like white and pink-ish, or red-ish. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, do I still have the last name copier here? Did I forget to... No, I didn't forget to sell it, because it was somewhere here, right? I'm gonna use it once again, because there's one tiny little thing I would like to fix about Minho's name. Just a tiny little thing. He has a lot of dashes in his name now. So this is the 7th rotation in Townieville, and I think this is the first time I didn't begin the round with the Bendette Letourneau family. I will play them, but only the senior fraction of that family. So not in the big house, not in the big farmhouse, but with, Marsha's father Joe, and Marissa and Brandy. I just needed to have this baby first, and then Joe can become an elder, which he will at the very end of the round. Oh, Minho has the day off today. That's good. I mean, he makes the money here, but they're fine when it comes to cash. So Marsha can actually just go to work. I don't know, you literally just pushed out a baby like 4 hours ago. Maybe let's not go today. You're gonna get the money anyway, and you wouldn't be promoted, so like, whatever. You can just be a happy family for a day. Hello, Mrs. Lady, can we request repair? Christy, please. Thank you. Let's have some soup and talk about not liking soda. I mean, yeah, I can relate. Marsha actually wants to go to work. She's sick of the maternity leave already, but I don't know when you're gonna be able to do that unless I do my favorite trick. Career manipulator. Career vacation days, add 1, sure. Vacation days, subtract 1. There is a shared parenting paid time off mod. I had it only for a second because I was convinced that you had to use the planner for this to work. Like you had to set it up, and that was too much hassle. But I just now tested it while editing this video, and you don't have to use the planner. You don't have to use the objects at all. It just works. So I'm gonna use it from now on. Okay, these days I remember that The Sims got random talent badges from the game. I didn't do that, just so you know. They only got them because they started out as townies. But Marsha was one of the children at the beginning, so does she? Okay, she doesn't have any. I will have to check at the seniors if they have any badges. I mean, they definitely do have badges, and I can just assume that they are their hobbies, kind of what I did with Brandon at the very end of the round, so that they have something to do, especially in case of retiring from work. Minho is already a little bit tired, but I don't think we will have the time in the morning to, before Marsha goes to work, to have the birthday, and the child was born at like 2 or 3 a.m. So I was thinking we could have birthday right now. Maybe just Marsha will do the birthday and Minho can just go to sleep. I'm giving him a day off tomorrow because Marsha is going to work, but he is actually tired and they don't have any coffee. So she's gonna continue to stargaze a little bit. She goes to work at 9. So she doesn't really have to go to bed just yet. She's not tired. Okay, he will change a little bit in this case. Oh yeah, definitely Minho's eye shape. Love that. He's adorable! Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Thank you. I didn't want Marsha's face to disappear because she is the only sim when it comes to playables that has face 27. And I love face 27, it's so underrated. But at the same time, I didn't want to lose the Asian features, so that's how I played it. But you can't have plucked eyebrows, man. You're 1 year old. You can pluck them later, okay? If you don't like them, it's fine. When you're like a teenager, you can do whatever you want with them. But plucking eyebrows since you pretty much come out of the womb, that's a little weird. Minho has somewhat straight hair. Aw, this is so cute. But it's like messy, right? It's not exactly wavy, it's more like messy. Like thick, I would say, which makes sense, I guess. I actually love him in this hair. So adorable, I can't. Okay, we're doing this. Oh, Minho wants to teach him to walk. That's perfect. That's perfect for your day off to spend with your son. I think someone said in the comments that I should make Marsha blonde, but I'm not feeling it. I was wondering what I could give her as a simpler dye, because it feels like such a hassle to make this hair when she has a child and work and everything. This is her downtown hair, and she's not there anymore. But just brown with this hairstyle is kind of boring, so I was thinking she could have a different color, but not like a complicated one. But blonde, not really. So I'm thinking maybe this? It's a similar hairstyle to what she had, and also the red hair isn't as orange as it normally is. Like, there are a lot of different colors for red hair in this game. Do you remember this? This is like a grapefruit kind of orange, and then we have this that is just orange, and then we have this that is a little different, and then we have this, maybe like this, that is a little more like cool toned, and yeah, and then we have this that is also, again, a little different. Yeah, I kind of like this. It matches her green eyes very well and actually goes pretty well with her skin tone because it's not very orange. Yeah, I'm liking this. A simpler kind of hair that she can have that is different from her natural. She might not even have to bleach her hair to get this color because my hair is originally like dark brown, like brown, but more on the dark side. And now my hair is kind of reddish, like amber, something like that. And my hairdresser doesn't use any bleach to dye my hair. She just puts the dye on the hair and it's like that. I mean, the dye probably has a little bit of bleach in it, but she doesn't have to like separately bleach the hair and then put on the dye. It takes like max 2 hours to do the complete dye. Okay, he didn't want to be potty trained because he was too hungry and too stressed, I guess. But maybe he will want to now? He needs to potty more now. No, it's about the fun. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really have that many toys. He only has the old teddy bear. So we should get him something. I'm thinking that we don't really need this because there is a closet here. So now we have more space for toys. The blocks will block the the closet, but that's all right. Actually, do they actually block it? Let's see. Dress for work. No. Okay. Aww. Okay, you know what, Minho? You can't teach him. I'm sorry. Because I just now remembered that I only wanted one child for Marsha. Because I gave her the Raise a Wonder Child lifetime want. You don't only have to have one child to do this want, but I once read you guys what I have in my notes about Marsha, that she is a family sim, but she doesn't want a huge family. She only wants one child so that she can focus on this child very well and also on herself a little bit. But I'm not sure if that's Marsha. Now that I think about it, it's really tempting to give them 2 kids, especially that Marsha is one of the Sims that could easily follow the rules I have for procreation. And she easily could have 2 kids because she doesn't really have a lot of connection in the town. She is an only child. Amin is her uncle, but Amin also has only one daughter. And she is technically stepsisters with Sophie and Meadow, but it's not like they grew up together. They became stepsisters when they were like teens. So their kids could easily be together, you know, if I paired them up, it's fine. And this apartment might not have a lot of space, but this little room is a storage room now. It's not used. And technically we could fit a crib and like one toy in here before the second child grows up into a school kid and then they can just have the room together. I kind of like the idea of them having 2 kids. And so far, Marsha wanted to go to work right after giving birth. She doesn't have any relationship with Lee even. So maybe actually Minho will teach him. And maybe she will focus more on the second child, or I will just completely change her lifetime want. Because it just feels right to have another child in this family, and maybe even this round. Oh, he potty trained him by accident as well. Well, at least that's out of the way. Okay, let's finish this and let's go to sleep. But first, let's make another baby. Let's make another boy. Marsha feels like such a boy mom, doesn't she? Now that Lee has learned 2 of the skills, it's gonna be a lot easier. I'm gonna use that. Just vibes in this family. Oh wait, it didn't work. I will just use the microwave, this time to make sure that it's not twins. Minho had 3 days off, and he's gonna go to work in not the best mood. I'm actually thinking of giving him another day off. Are you guys okay? Why are you waking up already? Okay, maybe it's not gonna be that bad. He just needs to eat something. Yeah, he got a pretty nice boost of energy because of cuddling. He's gonna be fine. But that means Marsha is not going today, especially that she is already pregnant. Marsha is just napping on the couch. She passed out, waiting for that baby. I think she will have it later, like 4 a.m., something like that. But we can wait, I guess. She'll just go to sleep after. Especially that we have another one to take care of. Oh, there it goes. 3 a.m. She just loves giving birth in the middle of the night. Actually, now that I look at the lips here, I think Lee might have Minho's lips because he just had like the standard baby lips, right? Yeah, I think so. I think this is the kid. He's gonna look more like Minho, but I really wanted green eyes. He does kinda look like the opposite of his brother when it comes to face features, but they're gonna have some things in common. Well, definitely the lips. And black hair, I think the same skin tone. No boo. And his name is gonna be Jin. Again, I know this is like a multi-Asian name, and also in Korean it's a last name. It's very similar to Lee. At this point, I'm just naming the babies after Tekken characters. Not on purpose, but it just kind of happened. I just wanted simple names that work for kids of Korean descent but with an American mother, you know? So now I think you're gonna get this bed back into the inventory. And we're gonna have them in separate rooms and separate cribs. Are you guys woohooing? Are the kids okay? Yeah, I guess that's the right moment. Okay, he still hasn't learned to talk. I think Marsha is gonna teach him. Marsha doesn't have a relationship with him yet. Oh man, family kiss, snuggle, talk to. Yeah, she's been a little too focused with work with her secondary fortune aspiration. Teach to talk. Hey, Chloe. Yeah, of course you can have one. Okay, we're gonna finish tomorrow, I guess. We're almost there. We need to feed him and put him to bed. And have birthday of the other one. Chloe, what the hell? Aren't we friends? If we're not friends, then why are you here? No, Marsha and Chloe used to live together for a while. They're not stepsisters, but they lived in the same house. And I think I said that I kind of regret not making Chloe gay and pairing them together. But they were never actually friends. They had an okay relationship, I guess. Like, they talked a few times, and that's it. So I'm not sure why Chloe just barged in here. And also she's insulting Marsha. What's your problem? You have 2 kids already and I only have 1. That's not fair. You're gonna get yours, Chloe. Now let's have the party together. Yep, that's definitely Minho's nose. And I'm gonna give him different hair because otherwise, if he had this, I would just not be able to tell them apart on the panel. Maybe this. He's not very sleepy, so he's just gonna play with the bear during the night. And this is a round in this family, finally. Oh, now Marsha has 2 days off, Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday are Minho's days off. So this is perfect. The family is settled for the next round. What about the badges? So Joe has bronze in register, silver in sales, and oh, toy making. That makes sense for the architecture career a little bit, I guess. His one true hobby is sports, but the register and sales, like, I'm assuming that maybe, like, as a teenager, he worked at a store or something, right? You can make up a lot of stories based on the badges. Marissa only has 1 bronze badge in sales, so she might have also worked somewhere like in college or something. And Brandy doesn't have any badges. Brandy seems like the type of sim who would have a lot. Or like a gold badge in something, in a random thing. Huh, interesting. So I guess only the toy making is something that I can make into a hobby. That kind of sucks, because I was hoping for something to do for them. I guess they have a lot to do because they're still at work. They could retire, but they still have wants to get skills, so they might get promoted. Yep, Joe is this kind of sim. And it's already pretty bad. It's pretty much as bad as Sophie's. All they do is take turns in playing chess. Too bad you can only play chess in pairs, not trios. Or too bad that Mahjong or some other game doesn't give logic. Architect. Okay, Brandy just maxed out cleaning as she wanted. Her lifetime want is actually become chief of staff. So even though her everyday wants don't really align with work that much, fulfilling her lifetime want would be kind of cool. And Marissa's lifetime want is the entertainer career. That's what she had from the very beginning. Maybe it's an old dream of hers, but still, she will want to max out the medical career. And Joe's is, yeah, become world-class ballet dancer. They actually might have a lot in common with Marissa. Like, she wanted to be a prestidigitator, he wanted to be a dancer. Really? No alarm, of course, because this house is very small. They don't really have that much. He will take the... No, he will not take the career reward because that doesn't cost anything. With the aspiration rewards, they go by how many life happiness points they cost and they treat that as simoleons. So the rewards will be stolen first thing, even though they're not really worth any money, technically. Yeah, he's going for the car. Is he gonna take it or is he gonna burn it? It's 50-50. He's gonna burn it. Oh man. And he's gonna take the TV. Yup. I'm thinking of having a rule that if they have, especially the fortune sims, if they have a fear of getting robbed, then they wake up. Because that's on their mind, right? They're kind of anxious about it, so if they hear something during the night, they're like, is that a burglar? Should I call the police? And they don't have that fear, but still, I think Joe would be the guy to call the police. Yeah, because he's gonna take a painting, I think, as well, and burn everything. And just run away, and the car is already gone. And he didn't even steal it. It just burned down. Brandy! Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good call. Call emergency, Joe. You were supposed to call emergency. What's happening? Actually, I think that... Yeah, the burglar's already gone, so we just have to take care of the fire. I think they might take the day off today. All of them. And just sleep it off. Good they have plenty of money. Okay, I'm gonna get him the toy making bench. Just in case he wants to make some toys for the grandkids. He can already make a clown in a box and a fire truck. That's kind of cool. A fire truck is very symbolic right now. We know where he got the inspiration. I just now realized that I never looked at the personalities of the kids. I will have to do that at the end of the episode. Oh, right, buy a car. You could have a different one. Maybe let's collect some more money and get like this or something. You used to have this, but I think you don't really need a car that big. You can have something prettier. Let's invite Marsha. Or not. Okay, later let's invite Marsha. Maybe with her husband. You can't invite toddlers. I guess I could just spawn them on the lot, but then I would have to sell them, I think. So just the marriage, and we will give the fire trucks to Marsha as presents, so that she can give them to the boys. Invite household. I don't think Joe... No, Joe knows Minho, and he was mean to him. He doesn't like him very much. Because he was being such a father, yeah. Give him a chance. We're lucky that Minho even came. Marsha? Why were you scolding your dad? All of a sudden? I mean, yeah, I know he can be a pain, but... he invited you, so... I don't know. And Brandy is at the table with them and Marissa isn't. Marissa is Marsha's stepmom. Give gift. Let's give her all of the fire trucks. We don't need them. There you go. 5 beautifully classic red fire trucks for the boys. Thank you, Dad. That's so thoughtful. I made them. And he forgot to grow up. Maybe now? Hesibilebe. Woo! Come on. Thank you. Malaya Gadaya. There we go. I think I kind of like this outfit actually. It's fine. His hair is so bright. Try to talk to Minho and actually like talk to him like a normal person. How are the kids? Oh, they're great. You know, what's his face? Lee just got potty trained. It was really fast. He has a real talent for pooping. I can't wait to meet him. I think he's gonna be an astronaut. Yeah, I mean, he takes after his mom. We'll see. Marsha isn't exactly an astronaut, but she has a pretty big interest in science. And she had like a room with the planetary set, you know. The set is still there, partially. Okay, that's around in this family because Joe was 4 days away from being an elder and now he is. So just playing through the night, and I'm gonna go and see the boys' personalities. Jin is similar to his dad in 3 traits, but his playfulness and outgoingness is completely randomized. I like that. They are similar to each other though, which I kind of like too. Yeah, the playfulness is completely out of the blue. I love that. They're gonna have so much fun with the fire trucks. They are both just as sloppy as their dad, and Lee has the same niceness as his mom, the same activeness as his mom, and that's pretty much it. He is a little less shy than his mom, but it's not his dad's level. So the shyness is randomized, and the playfulness is randomized. Yeah, they have very, very mixed personalities. I love that. Okay, let's give you the trucks. One upstairs, one downstairs, somewhere. So that's gonna be it for today. I might not play the BLT, Bendette Letourneau, that I always begin with, family, next time, because there is a child born before Chloe's next child. You know what I mean? Like, I like to do them in order. I try to, at least. So I think we're gonna play with the Coxes next time. And as always, thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye!